3.3k double. Not for the faint of heart, not for the novice, only for those who dare to take on the challenge of backing it up. This is something I've done twice before, in 2022 and 2023. Missed out on around 2024, the entry sold out so quickly I couldn't even read it. So it's not exactly a point to prove in 2025, but doing both has actually got another motive to it. Not to finish the distance, which I've done twice as I've said, but as the real start of nitty-gritty prep towards Sydney, which is now a major, as we all know, and I've managed to secure an entry into that. Of course, the key is to back up. Recovery on the Saturday is going to be crucial, and also a strategy that we employ is being ultra conservative on one of the runs. So you can be ultra conservative on the Saturday and go all out on the Sunday, or you can go for it on the Saturday and then just tag along at the back of the pack on Sunday, which is probably going to be more my modus. Of course, for those more serious guys, I'll probably be going kamikaze up the front. But there's a number of ways to go about it, and at the end of the day, it's all about completing the double. Now, it has been copied elsewhere as well. Singapore, I agree, this year are doing something similar, and conditions for that will be substantially worse, I would suggest. So I'm just happy that I'm able to do this weekend. Now, the body, it's holding together. Problem is though, I've flung my inner soles with my football boots. My footy boots, I believe, are still at the footy ground. So, yeah, it's a bit of a worry. I've been saying with my glasses, which I was intending to run in. And again, I'll have access to that for a couple of weeks. But never mind, we'll improvise, we'll find a way somehow to get through it. I've done it without glasses before, and this time out, got the original sole for the boot in my other shoe, so we'll see if that makes some sort of difference. 2 years ago when we were here, it took a while to get through. Hopefully it won't take so long, but with the crowds behind, I'm not as optimistic. And this is hours earlier than what I did last time. You see, last time, 2 years ago when I didn't film it, I'll show you inside. When I get inside, we had going out the door and in other rooms and out other rooms. But that was at 5 o'clock at night. So the guys after work crowd had come in. It's about 1:30 now, so it's a bit earlier. But the way the crowds are, they're all less optimistic. They get in there pretty quickly. So last time the crowd was so long, we ended up having to go through there and around, down and around. But this time, it's not so bad. We're still lines in the foyer this time. So last time we were here, we took about the best part of an hour to 3/4 of an hour to get through the queue. I'm going to actually time it as a comparison. So as soon as I enter the entrance road, which is there, I'm going to start my stopwatch, which is Fitbit, and we'll go from there. Clock has started. We are now officially in the queue. We're at 8 seconds. Now, of course, 2022 was easier because that year they actually mailed everything out. It was so much easier, and it meant I could take the late flight out of town. And, well, I took the late flight, and it came later and later and later, and we didn't get in until about 1 o'clock, didn't get here until 1:30 in the morning. Not ideal when the half marathons, when you need to be at the half marathon start precinct at like 5 o'clock. Oh well. At least we're here now and we've got plenty of time, so we don't have to stress. Rather sneaky move by the looks of things. We've gone through one row of ribbons. We've gone through one row of ribbons and tape, only to go up here again. Not sure what that actually, what purpose actually achieved. So we're approaching the time, and it is just over the 3-minute mark. Not too bad, we're very quickly in. Finding space on that would be ridiculously hard, almost impossible even. Always skip the merch, it's always overpriced. You can pick up previous year's models at a cheap rate, cheap enough. I'm not going to have enough shirts and stuff from the finish line anyway. Well, at least one can get personalised. It's not exactly something that I really like. Being basically forced to go through the expo zone to get out of here. The discipline is required to make sure that you don't make any impulse purchases. And every second, third person trying to sell you anything and everything. A lot of stuff that you already have. Even worse, that's what even worse about these expos and having to force to go through them. It means you have to go slowly through them so you can't get the hell out of here. When all you want to do is just walk through and get out and get yourself relaxed. Always something that people always look for, their own name. Always means people spend a lot of time in the way. But I think it's best to try to start from here and work backwards. Well, in this case, I think I might want to. So the halves on the left and bulls on the right. The main difference, of course, when you're doing the half, we're going northbound. So all the way until the turnaround point, Paradise Point, and back over Runaway Bay. That little annoying little roundabout 7k out and around. But about that time you'll see the fast cars go live, as you've seen before. Give you an idea when they will left, right, and back down. So in essence, the last few kilometres is essentially the same as the last few kilometres in the Four, on the other hand, there's been changes since I last ring here. For example, instead of turning right after the 2 kilometre mark, we turn left and we go into SeaWorld. That was a change implemented last year in order to get more runners on the course. It also means it opens it up a little bit more. There's now also a couple of sections where to see one way on Surfers Paradise. Full turn point at Miami, and then in essence from about 30k onward, 27k, 26k onward, it's the same as before. So the finish hasn't changed. While you're at the finish line rating, up to Runaway Bay and then way back. Sunday secured. Flip it over. Saturday secured. This just gives you an indication of how tricky the course can be. That's the 26 kilometre mark for Sunday. But as you can see, not exactly the widest roads, but you've also got to remember this part of the course gets used twice. This is on the return leg from the southernmost point of the course, but we've still got to go northbound. Southbound, sorry. Get my bearings right. Southbound first. When you're going southbound on this road, you've got your pace will almost be dictated by, unless you're walking, your pace will almost be dictated by the group that you're in. Now what I mean by that is you can't really go too slow because you'll end up getting swept up by the groups behind you. We'll get in the road of being people like pace groups, and there's plenty of them on course. Attention. Oh God. Anyway, if you go too fast, you're going to blow yourself up for the next race, and you're going to have to then duck and dive and dodge, and you'll waste more energy doing that. So the key when going southbound along this road is to go at your own pace. When you're going northbound, you're generally on your own, as you would be late in the race. You're going to be pretty much on your own, maybe in a group of 2 or 3. So it's not going to be so bad congestion-wise. Very good morning. It's slightly later than I would have liked, but we've got that, as you saw, we got plenty of other guys in the same boat as me, so we'll probably end up going closer together on the same tram. Won't take long to get to start, and we'll be right to go. 21 k's of fun today. Just an idea of how hard it is to get on when that is a totally packed tram. I suppose it's a disadvantage of being located where we are. Top tip, make sure you're at the Broadbeach end, it might be a lot easier to get in. Just to show how big the crowds have gotten. Now a lot of these guys probably won't even get on the next one. See, the problem with the relying on the light rail is that a lot of people on the first 3 or 4 stops, it's barely anything to get on. Looks like I'll get on this one, but we'll barely get on, and limitations of the infrastructure means there's no way to build a spur line to have a specific tram for the later stops at the northern end of the line before getting to South Forks, where we need to get off. So probably they need to look at an ultimate form of transport, perhaps in conjunction with, rather than instead of course. Oh, thank God we got off. Man, that was a squeeze job. But we're off. Problem now is we've got no real time for a warm-up, so we've got to get ourselves into something quick. It's tomorrow's start. Because, well, it is today's start, but we made it to the start line. Now we've got to sort of. So there's the start line there. Now we've got less than about half an hour to get the gear drop in, do some sort of warm up, and get into the start line. Because they want us in there before 6 o'clock. Some of us at the back, we're still going to be standing there for half an hour anyway. So, there you go. And there's just people everywhere.
just sort of run with us. If you're struggling, we are not offended if you don't want to see us. If you want to be ahead of us, we are fine with that. But we'll try and encourage you guys to get through. But just make sure you have fun. Who's doing the very first half marathon? This is the warm-up for next year's marathon, right? You need your gateway drug. You're going to get hooked. But I hope you have
Next
fun.
year?
You'll hear my voice.
Try tomorrow.
You'll be sick of my voice.
No, you're not seeing things. These two are apparently getting married on Monday. Can you? I would play Taylor Swift, but we're at the stage of the race where we play another song. We're about an hour and a half in, 13k on the books. So it means that's 8k or so to the compulsory pit stop and 55k's to the finish. Sounds a silly way of saying it, but for me, that's the reality. Last three, yeah, we'll just take it easy from here. We're doing all right. It's about 2:10 into the race, so into this leg. So we'll probably walk home, be home about 2:40, 2:45 if we walk all the way home. Probably get there a little bit quicker, but I'll probably jog some bits, but yeah, things are going alright, and we'll just make sure we got some legs, because even though it's 3 to go today, that means there's 45 to go for the entirety. So, but the numbers coming down and down and down quicker, so life's pretty good at the moment. Let the noise tell the story.
Let's go, MJ! Let's go, MJ! Beautiful work! Good work, good work!
Well done, MJ, good work. Come on, forget about this thing.
I really want to see if you got that shot. I'm actually going to check if she got the shot. Did you get the shot? Was it a video or was it a photo? It was a video. We have to watch the video. This is a live action moment.
You've gone for the filming of yourself down the blue carpet. You've turned your back on yourself. You're filming. You're celebrating.
That's one. One down. We're in the compulsory pit stop. We've got one to go. Well, 42 to go, but one to go. So, yeah, things were, I was reasonably pleased with it. Could have been better, could have been worse, of course. Naturally, the legs sometimes may or may not want to cooperate, but they were okay today. I did really turn off the last few Ks just to conserve for tomorrow. So everything's going okay. We've got a day at rest now. First things first, I get the shoes off, and then I saw a massage tent. Log into my ASICS account just to prove I'm able to get access to it, get a massage, and we'll get back and keep recovering for the rest of the day. Well, she's game day, folks. Big day. Big day. The legs feel alright at the moment, which is good. No real aches and pains, so the massage work has done wonders. I'm feeling alright. Just nice and slow, no heroes, just nice and slow, get through it all. One thing I did discover, I've discovered that there's, well, not quite two of me, but there is two of me. Like, there's two guys with exactly the same name. I happen to be 949. The other guy happens to be 948. Go figure. Yeah, so if you're looking at the results later on, I'm 949. The other guy's 948. I believe he's older than me, so older and wiser. I don't know about wiser. I think he's running the same events as I am. But anyway, get the shoes and the Vass and the shoes on, and let's get dangerous. Well, that turned out to be a fucking balls up. I mean, the trains were packed. They moved us onto the bus, and now we're fucking even later than we should be. So now we've got no time for a warm up. We've basically got to put our shoes on, get ourselves, and then go straight to the fucking start fence. We've got no fucking time for a warm up, so I'm probably going to get fucking injured. But anyway, there goes the fucking race plan straight away. Not good enough. Alright, we're less than 20 minutes away from go time, so we're going to get in the start pen, but yeah, it's go time, baby. The compulsory pit stop's almost over. We're back out on course, and we're going to complete the final 42 laps, so to speak.
Well, I did make it in time to get to the start line, and indeed to the front of the pen that I was supposed to be in. Admittedly, it was a long way down. I actually fared better than some of the pace runners who were directed into the wrong pen or given incorrect information. Their mood certainly wasn't helped by an overzealous and over-officious security guard, the back of whom you can see here, being, let's be honest, a bit of an asshole to them. After being unable to hear any PA announcements or Rob De Castell's famous fire-up speech, it took 24 minutes from the time the gun went off to the time that our wave actually crossed the start line, which made timing a little complicated. We pick it up 10 kilometres into the event.
We left 10 k's behind. The elite runners have come and gone. I'm just going to take it easy from here on in. Ran the first 10 in about 66. So that's okay for me, but now I can rest the legs a little bit. Make sure we get to the finish. That should just about means 32k to 5 hours 32k. Easy. Get to the finish, get all those medals.
Freedom!
So, just completed hour 2, just past 17. Yeah, I'm paying for it a bit from yesterday, but if we can keep going at 7 k's an hour, it'll be fine. Got 24 to go, so just take it nice and easy. Just going to make sure we get to that finish line. Pick up 3, pick up the other 2 pieces of hardware I need to pick up. It's 3.5 hours pretty much down, 16 k's to go. Legs are trash. If I walk from here, I'll get 6.5. I don't think I'll walk the rest of the way. There'll be parts where I will jog, but yeah, she's a battle. Down, about 4:03. Yeah, it's pretty slow, but you know, we're guaranteed to finish now. From here, we can walk it in. We can walk it in and get finished easily enough. So yeah. But anyway, I won't be walking the rest of the way. There'll be some parts I'll be running anyway to try and make sure I just stay close to the timer, stay close away from the final time out as we can. So yeah, things are good. Legs are still ordinary, but yeah, you have to use a bit up because you have to run for the cameras soon, and there were a couple on that bridge, so that may or may not have helped. We'll see. We've just passed 5 hours. We've got 6.5 k's to go. The legs are trash, but the good news is we're at the northernmost part of the course, which means the turn point isn't that far away. It'll be like these guys going the opposite direction to me, and that's heading home.
Oh, you got a towel in there for me? Yeah. Hey, MJ, birthday.
Let's go, Rad.
Want to go this way?
You've done it.
John.
You've finished the ASICS Gold Coast Marathon. Nicole, you're home. Enjoy this moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, MJ's birthday today. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hooray! Happy birthday, big fella.
稲葉大樹さん、頑張りました。
Well done,
Bunny, you've
Madison.
624 people finished the double this weekend. I managed to do it quicker than 30. Bit of a worry, isn't it? Okay, so a week and a half has now passed. Well, yes, it has been a week and a half. It's now the Wednesday. We'll actually address something here that happened early in the event. Now, it's not a fault of my own or anyone else's, but there was a serious shortage of water. A couple of the tables, the first 4 tables, first two didn't have any water on it, and the 4th table didn't have any cups by the time we reached there. Now, I'm not sure if this was an oversight by the race organisers or something actually happened. They claimed there was a claim that I heard that somebody had knocked over the table, but the issue with that is water tables at those days is usually 4 or 5 of them, and for 4 or 5 tables to not have any water, have a table knocked over, would be hard to believe, even if a Karen came and knocked them over. So I'm sure they will have heard the feedback on it. Surprisingly, I haven't sent any feedback email yet, but I'm sure someone would have given them feedback on the day anyway. Anyway, that's a wrap for the goal. But apart from that, race day went without a hitch in that regard. Now, the next one is Sydney, and is in just into the end of next month. It's about 6 weeks away at the end of this weekend, so I better get training for it.